now the French are going to get their turn at Payback. Let's hear it from Lucy Moses.
So I was never a vengeful person, but my cat really hold a grudge. So this was the cat we had when I was a kid at my mom's. So my parents are both university professor and a child of academics. But when I was about 8, my parents separated. And my mom, soon after that, started dating Payback, who was a butcher in the slaughterhouse. So I guess she really wanted a change of pace for the world of academia, and Payback was certainly very different from my refined father. And one of the things he decided we should get a pig. They're really smart, they make great pets, and they're very cute when they're small. But my sister vetoed the idea. She was like, we're absolutely not getting a pig, our house is not turning into a barnyard. And, but I thought it would be fun to have a pig, so we argued, we compromised, and we got a goat. And, and I was really excited because I got to name him, and I called him Gigolo. And when Gigolo arrived to our house, the first thing he did is he went in our garden and he went to my mom's flower bed and he ate every single flower, every single bud. And my mom did not find it as charming as I did. And you know who else wasn't charmed? It was my cat. In fact, my cat was completely horrified. At the time, she happened to be pregnant. This was the 80s. We didn't see anything wrong with our cat being pregnant every 6 months. And when this intruder arrived to our house, she went into such a shock that she gave birth pretty much on the spot, like that evening, to a whole litter of preemie kittens. And they were tiny, tiny, but don't worry, they turned out okay. But from that day on, she hated that goat, and she kept herself and her kittens as far away from it as she could. But Gigolo was a very innocent soul. He did not know about my cat's disapproval, and he just went his merry way. And when I came home from school, I would like untie him because we would have kept him down on the stake in the middle of the yard so he wouldn't eat my mom's flowers. But then he loved hanging out with me, and Payback had built him a little shed in the back of a yard where he slept, and sometimes I would sleep there too. I would like curl up against him, and I would wake up like covered in slobber with like that goat had like chewing on my ponytail. He was very friendly that way, and actually he had lots of friends. He had a whole posse of friends, the kittens. So as soon as the kittens were old enough to venture on their own, they found the goat. And they became best pals. And again, this was the 80s, so I don't have any videos, I don't have any photos, and that's really a shame because those guys would be TikTok superstar because they were like adorable. So their favorite game was Gigolo was like laid down on the ground, and all the kittens would climb on its back, and then it would stand up and just start trotting down. And it was like a good rodeo. Like the kittens would hold on for dear life, and then they'd go a little faster, and then like one would fall off, and then the other one, and then they'd run after him. And it would just go on like this. It was just the best. It was like this ideal picture of like interspecies friendship. It was really, really cute. Bliss. Until Mama Cat would show up. And she would go ballistic, like she would like hurl himself on his face, like try to claw his eyes out. Like she attacked him with such fury. I felt like she was going to kill him one day. But Payback got to him first. It happened while my sister and I were with my dad, and butcher did what a butcher does. And when we came home that weekend, it was Easter Sunday, and Gigolo was the main dish.
Oh,
shit.
And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this poor little girl, I must have been like crying my eyes out. But in fact, I didn't shed a tear. Worse, I ate with good appetite. Because Payback had been straight with me. Like from the get-go, he had made it very clear what was going to happen to that goat one day, and I was okay with it. I was complicit. So I named him Gigolo because it has the word gigot in it, which basically translates to roasted leg of lamb. So when Trump warns you about pet-eating immigrants, but as for my cat lay on the side, purring contently, with all her kittens curled up against her and savoring the bits of meat that flew her way. She knew it was payback time.
Lucy